One of the major issues that data scientists face that we've come across is finding the exact question to ask that they need to analyse. So they're working on a daily basis with management and executives who really want some insight into their business and how it's performing and about making decisions, whether it's policy decisions or investment decisions for the future. And so what they need to do and work with their management is to define the exact question that they need an answer to assist with that, and so that they can then go off and find the data that they need to find and come back with the answer that their executive are looking for. Once a data scientist has the question that they need to answer, the next bit is actually trying to find the data that can support their work to try and find out the answer. And so there's generally two problems with this. There's the bit about does the data exist within their organisation? And so often is the case that some of it exists and some of it doesn't, so they need to go out and try and source that extra data that they need. But that's probably in some parts the easier part of it, but one of the major issues is that the data may exist within their organisation, but it's just really hard to find who has that data and how they can access it. And so in our experience, when we talk to data scientists, they're spending quite a lot of the time that they've been given to answer the question in actually finding the data and sourcing it and putting it in a way that they can start to do their analysis. As a data scientist, you know the questions that you need to find an answer to. You've managed to source the data that you need to support your analysis work. But then the other big problem is the reliability of the data that you're actually looking at. So that might be a few different issues around that. So it could just be the general quality of it and the validity of that data. It could be that there are multiple versions within your organisation that exist for that data. There could be different ways that data has been collected, different methodologies, so it's changed over time. And so again, a bit like the sourcing and finding the data, another big challenge for data scientists is that they spend quite a lot of time consolidating and cleansing data to get it to a point where they can actually do their analysis work. And our experience has found that for any data scientist or data analyst that they can spend up to 2/3 to 3/4 of their time just fixing data quality issues so that they can get some good quality analysis. The way we've helped some organisations around that data quality issues is to have a look at what are the issues with the data and find out what the causes are of any data quality problems and look to fix those. So sometimes they might be a process issue or a technology issue and those sort of things. But from a data scientist perspective, what they need to try and avoid is repeatedly cleansing that data. So if we can get a method across that puts that data somewhere so that it is cleansed and it is accessible to them, that way if they need to rerun that analysis or add new data, they're not starting from scratch again each and every single time to go through and cleanse and consolidate all the data that they need. One of the other challenges is for data scientists is how they, I suppose, project the analysis that they've done to management and executives with the work that they've done. So what we find is you get data scientists and people doing analytical work are very good technically, and they're very smart, intelligent people, but the term you might hear quite often is about the data telling a story. And so there's not just the technical ability that they need to have, but it's also in some ways almost a communication and sort of marketing so that they can project the confidence in what they've put forward, that they can tell their story in a fairly succinct way that cuts across any technical jargon about what they did or what that may mean. So often it's about putting the picture in and telling the story in a very simple way that builds confidence of management and executives that they're getting the right advice from their data scientists. So as a challenge for a lot of people with the technical abilities about being a really good communicator, sort of natural communicator, and so you can build that confidence and that trust. One of the last challenges that data scientists face is actually when they present the answer to a question that's been asked, is people having the confidence in what they've done and the answer they've given, but it's actually liking the answer that they've been given. So quite often, the data scientists will look at all the data that's there and come up with their theories or hypothesis around all of that. And perhaps the answer that they've found might not be to everyone's liking. There might be some fairly hard truths in that. And so again, part of the thing about being a data scientist is being that good communicator. So they need to be able to project that confidence and really show how the data is telling the story and how they've come to the conclusions that they've come to. Lots of people do make decisions based on their gut feel and those sorts of things. So it's a little bit of a balancing act to help the management and executives to show them that yes, you think it might be this, but the data is telling us a very different story, and that's what you should be basing your decisions on. In the current environment, there's informed decisions being made on reliable data. They're not being made on what people have a gut feel for or what they think, but we hear every day they're waiting for the data to come through. They're poring over that data. They need good quality data, and that's what they're basing all of their decisions on, and they're looking to make those real informed decisions in the current environment. Thank you. I hope everyone has found the videos informative and interesting, and stay tuned because there'll be more videos to come from me. Thank you, Ian.